Hello and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our playthrough here and our war with the Ender Consciousness. They are very angry with us because we are attacking them, but they have very little military strength. They have only a few colonies left, and taking them over will help push us towards victory. So I am going to go ahead and continue to do that. So in the last episode, we took over this colony, and now I think I want to push to take over these three if possible. That would just make sense to me. Just take these next three and then work our way down here where we already have a star under control, and just keep pushing down in this direction. And then once we loop around here, if we still need to take out these light blue guys, we'll push over here and start taking them out as well. So in the meantime, we are continuing to colonize a ton of planets. So I will do our normal. Oh, hello. You're under attack? Going here? Wait. Is this already... Huh? How are you under attack? This medium freighter, that's what's attacking you? All right, well, hopefully they will make their way back there. But in the meantime, we will continue pushing in the direction we need to go. So if we look at all the war targets, I think we're going to be looking at fleets. We just want to make sure we're tagging them so that we destroy them when we have the opportunity. And then we are going to have to do a little bit of micromanagement, unfortunately, particularly when it comes to loading up all these troops. So let's load as many troops as we can back onto this, and then we'll proceed to the next spot that we need to proceed to. But these people are super happy, so there's no reason not to just load all the troops back up, or jump away and ignore my orders. That's also a thing you can do. I don't think it's a good idea, but it is an idea. Okay, we got all the troops up. This is Attack Fleet 2, which I'm assuming we also have on... Oh, no, we didn't have it on manual. Well, it would make sense. They actually have a fair amount of power in this area, 353,000. So that's about equivalent to one of ours. I think we should definitely engage that and try to take this planet in particular, and then work our way just over that way. So let's go ahead and... Where's all the power coming from? Is it just a smattering of random stuff that's leading to that, or is there actually a large fleet? It does look like a bit of a smattering of stuff. I'm not worried about this because our allies will take that out. They have a lot of power in this system. I would love to swoop in here and just steal this from them, because they're clearly trying to clear it out. Although I don't think they are at war with them. All right, let's unpause. Yeah, they're definitely engaged in combat there. Okay, we did manage to take over. Wow, they are super happy. Oh, we already hit, there's already a bunch of facilities on this planet. Okay, that makes sense. And they're already really developed. All right, everything is good there. All right, what do we want to do with this attack fleet? Let me just make sure it actually jumps away. That jumped away. This already jumped away, I assume. So I'm assuming the enemy fleets over here are getting annihilated. Yep, it definitely looks like they're putting the squeeze on them. All right, let's go ahead and slow this down a little bit. There's a lot of stuff on the screen. All right, I think we have to prepare and invade. All right, are we invading the planet yet? I imagine this is going to be destroyed pretty quickly. I'm having a hard time selecting the actual planet. I'm going to zoom out. Okay, those are all ships. Okay, it's just highlighting a bunch of interceptors and stuff. Can I zoom in super close to the planet and highlight it? No. Okay. Alright, well this should be destroyed very soon. And then maybe it'll begin invasion. There we go. It is invading. Okay, this should be no problem. They have a fair amount of bonuses, but we have a lot of troops. We have a bunch that haven't even landed yet. There we go. Overwhelming odds. Gives even more bonus. We should be pretty clear to wipe this out. Alright, and while this is happening, we should probably do something with our attack fleet. I mean, these guys are engaging over here. I don't see a need to get involved with that. Let's go ahead and just look at our attack fleet, move it to the next location just so that we're as prepared as we can be. All right, you guys take off. Okay, we've taken over the planet, which is no surprise at all. And they are super, super, super happy because we have not bulked up that war weariness yet, which is a good thing. I think we just immediately load our troops back up if we can. They were already flagged to be loaded, so I don't know if somebody else is coming in and taking them or what exactly is going on, but let's see what happens. Okay. I definitely want to maximize. We have pretty much unlimited cash at this point, so I need to definitely crash research every single research that we can. It is a lot of ships. Right, are we not loading troops? Apparently not. Apparently somebody else is loading troops at that planet. Did we not make it over here? Where are we at? We have not actually taken off from this system yet. Well, I'm going to set this on invade and let them try to sort that out. Alright, apparently they're back to loading troops. Are we taking off anytime soon? Alright, Transport Fleet 5. I would really appreciate if you came back over here and loaded some troops up. Alright, Attack Fleet, I think finally jumped. They should be going over there and dealing with the defense there. Then we could take that over pretty quickly, I would imagine. Our defense fleet seems to be doing alright over here. Making pretty short work of everything. Oh, hello. Hey, extra 10% boost, I'll take that. Pretty decent. Alright, did we get our troops off this planet? Mostly. I feel like that's a lot less. Oh, there we go. That jumped up right as I said that. Okay, can we finish loading these troops, please? Why would I end the war? I'm winning and they're not doing any harm to me. Come on. Load troops. Okay, so troops should be loaded. Transport Fleet 5 should be able to just hop over here now and just immediately take this planet. It's a pretty weak planet, so it should fall rather quickly. Don't really know what they're firing on right now. Alright. Well, this planet's protected by our allies, and we are building a weapons platform. I imagine we'll ultimately build multiple weapons platforms. What are our other ships doing? Alright, it's heading over to attack some stuff, apparently. Oh, wow. They are way somewhere else. Don't really know what you guys are doing. Definitely need to top you up on ships. You only had 6 ships left. Kind of crazy. Same with this defense fleet. I feel like they were at like half capacity. What are you doing? Oh, you're moving over there. All right, it looks like everybody's kind of positioning themselves to be in range of where it needs to be. All right, we should be able to prepare an attack. This should be a pretty straightforward victory, I would imagine. All right, and that is going to be taken over very, very quickly. Hey, we got some more diplomatic tech. Diplomatic tech, I don't usually research it, but it's always good to have. It just makes integration better and makes people's moods better. I think we should be good to just immediately load these troops back up. We are. Everybody is happy. I don't know what you guys are doing. I missed that. We had a new colony. Let's go ahead and do those things. How is the independent colony situation trending? Well, there's not that many left. I think we just send gifts, make them happy, and just make sure that we can still colonize them without any sort of diplomatic incident. I think I have them all flagged for colonization, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Let me just click through and make sure everybody gets their gift. And like I said, we have practically unlimited money at this point, so there's really no reason not to just maximize our chances at everything. All right, if we look at, yeah, these are all 100% chance of success. Should be no issue colonizing them. I assume we have colony ships that are going about and actually doing those things, but apparently not. They say no mission. This AI is not great for the colony ships. I don't know why it's just chilling. Looks like I'm gonna have to manually tell them. Do we have any Tekin? We do, so you can go here. But even if I don't have Tekin, I still think we can send them to the planets. All right, you guys, Brazen Enterprise, you go here. Again, not ideal, but I'm going to send them here anyway. I wonder if the colony ships are just like out of range or something. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. But just colonize it. Okay, this is back. This is under our control. It's happy. It's building administration facility. We are just absolutely decimating everything they throw at us so far. Not worried about little individual ships. I'm always worried about like invasion fleets coming along and attacking a planet we just took over. All right, MA5's heading in this direction. All right, there is no planet over here. We don't have to worry about that. Looks like Kimara Minor is where we want to go. And I think we'll just hop right into the mix here. Should be able to clear that out pretty quick, I'd imagine. All right, all the little ships are docking. It reminds me, like these ships with the things docking on the side, reminds me of Battlestar Galactica. All right, apparently the whole fleet doesn't wait. Some of them just jump away immediately. Oh, you're full. You're filling up on fuel. All right. Well, we can't really take off till these things stop attacking us. Somehow it still had enough energy to, or the engines were still working enough. A little surprising. All right, we should be jumping away. Looks like we're still filling up on fuel over here. You're actually running really low on fuel. I wonder if I can go refuel this guy real quick. Will I catch up to him before he takes off? I don't know. Well, we at least refueled him. Alright, come on, take off. I ain't got all day. Come on. I wish there was a way to, like, see why aren't you jumping? Like, what are you waiting on? Okay, this already has a metropolis, so we don't have to build that. I think we could still build the terraforming facility, though. Although shortly we're going to have to redo all of it when we research the new terraforming facilities. Alright, Transport Fleet 5 is just hanging out over here, which I guess is okay. Okay, you guys are happy. Back under our wing. If we remember, these colonies spun off from us to begin with, so to get them back under our control is a good thing. Money-wise, we are just printing it. Got it. Just so much cash. We're up to 175 colonies. All right, is our fleet over here yet? No, and it's actually firing on enemy ships. I wonder if that's why it hasn't leapt away yet, because it still sees enemy ships in its proximity. How's our reputation? It is recovering. Oh, peacefully integrating those colonies actually increased my reputation. Well, that's good. Yeah, I guess it was okay to colonize with different species because it's already pretty full of the particular species that already lives on that planet. So even if I do Xenox or something where, you know, the ice is terrible, it still ultimately won't make that big of a difference, I don't think. Really? Alright, you're just hanging out here. What are you guys doing? Alright, we're gonna regroup. And I just don't know why they're behaving the way they're behaving. Oh, hey. I didn't even tell them to do this, and they're doing it on their own. Well, I guess I indicated down here, but I didn't have to manually tell the fleets to do that. They all just kind of piled in. Feel like we're still not winning this one. There we go. Now that's more in our favor. That's good because now we actually have a chance of... Well, we're fine on defending this planet, but... What's going on with you? He had to jump out of there. He was getting beat up. That's fine. This will be under our control very soon. Okay, a little bit of Xenox on there. Ain't the end of the world. We'll have him move off. We'll migrate him off. I got to imagine our victory condition is getting quite close. Where are we at? Yep, one more percentage and we win. So I think if we just keep pushing these planets, we'll be good. How's our buddies? They're 52%. So they actually lost a percentage. Okay, this is under our control. But they love us anyway, so it's no problem. Alright, we should be pretty much destroying everything. Alright, I don't know why you guys are being so silly. Oh, we're really taking this down. So much for your invasion fleet. Well, maybe not. Hyperdrive offline. They do have a lot of troops on here. That really sucks for them when we blow them up like that. Alright, I think they... Oh, they're jumping away. Maybe? Nope, they didn't make it. Sweet. So we were able to blow up their entire invasion fleet before they could land any troops, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Alright, what else is in the mix here? I think we'll just let them keep researching whatever they're researching. I'm going to set this back to attack because they're not listening to me anyway. Okay, you guys are up here, but you have some fuel issues. Alright, are you able to refuel here? There is fuel on hand, so maybe you'll be able to refuel. We still have ships that are just kind of floating out there because they're out of fuel. Attack Fleet 7 seems to be fully fueled up and nowhere near where it needs to be. Let's head over here and see if we can refuel at this planet. By the time they get there, they're going to need it. Alright, let's take a look at options here. Definitely need to take out as much as we can. Alright, assign the missions. How are our fleets faring? I know we needed to top up with some other ships. Are the MA groups repopulated for the most part? Yes. A couple little things, but in general, it's populated. Our transport fleets are doing fine. We really need to take this planet back over. Alright, Attack Fleet 2. I'm going to tell you to refuel here. You're going to go do whatever you want to do anyway. Alright, as long as these little ships keep popping in, we're going to have problems. I think it's just out of range of all that stuff. Oh, nothing's landing a hit. Never mind. It is completely destroyed. Alright, refuel at the planet. I think we got a couple ships that still need to be refueled. Do we even have fuel? We have a little. Alright, I'm hoping by doing this we're getting everybody together in a group. And then we can take off a little more effectively. You're out of fuel. Well, you're getting fuel from our fuel ship, which is fantastic. Okay, so everybody has what should be at least sufficient fuel. So let's try again. Let's try popping over here again. I feel like when their Z height gets wonky and we see them like not on the same level plane, that's when we start seeing issues with them not being able to jump. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like that's the case. Alright, come on. Just jump out of here already. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Alright, so the only independent colony left is the one that's all the way in the other territory that we can't realistically get to. Alright, it's good we're getting at least the defensive base up and running here. That should be able to hold most of our enemies at bay. Alright, never mind my theory. I have no idea why this fleet is not jumping. Is that... what is this? These are just our freighters. Okay. Well, I guess I can't really spend much more time trying to troubleshoot why this isn't working. I just really want to take this planet. Alright, is anyone else nearby? Sethar's fleet is nearby. Let's try to move them. Oh, they're kind of all over the place. That's fine. We'll just tell them all to go there. I think we're slowly chipping away at them over here. I suppose I should indicate that this can be taken over as well. Looks like we blew up the mining ships over, or the mining outposts over here, so that's now in our territory. I imagine we're kind of doing the same thing over here. What's going on with this guy? A little injured, but not terrible. Not to the point where it's a crisis. Alright, looks like most of those ships jumped away. Alright, I think, yeah, that automatically crash researched. I imagine all of our research should, going forward, automatically crash research. Alright, you guys, I'm just gonna give up on you, tell you to come back here, put you on automatic, and let you figure yourself out. Okay, let's take a quick gander at the enemy fleets. Let's just indicate all of them to be destroyed. Some of them are pretty sizable, like there's a 132,000 strength one there, 161, 169. That could be problematic for us at some point. These little ones I'm not worried about. Attack Fleet 1, you are just completely out of fuel. So, you have 2 fuel ships that are very full of fuel. I don't really know why you're doing what you're doing. Where's the fuel tankers I guess is the question. They're probably not even... Oh no, there's one right here. They're both right here. Alright, so who knows why they're doing what they're doing. So the whole point of this, I thought... Really? They just jumped and flip-flop spots. Oh my goodness. I certainly shouldn't have to do this manually. Everybody should be refueling automatically. I just want to get everybody that's on like 0 fuel, at least some fuel. Oh, hey. Did we win? Game over. We won. Sweet. Well, that happened a little quicker than I anticipated, but we won. We pulled off a victory. All right, well, we didn't get all the way through the research tree, but that's all right. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future, and we'll catch you in the next game that we play. Thanks for watching.